Good day to our spin readers. Welcome to this edition of Spin POV. It's our newest show where the spin staff, our spin editors, talk about and debate about the hottest issues in sports today. And today's episode, we'll be talking about the PBA MVP. Kung dapat ba mag-award ang PBA ng MVP ngayon sa bubble. As you all know, it was a shortened season and parang pinag-isipan pa ng PBA kung mag-award ng MVP sa bubble na to. So, I'm with my fellow spin staff, Sir Dodo Catacutan, Sir Gerry Ramos, Reuben Terrado, and our star contributor, Idol Snow Badua. And sila magbibigay sa inyo ng thoughts nila about our topic for today. Wag na natin patagalin pa. Ben, anong masasabi mo or give an overview first of the bubble season?
Of course, yung bubble season natin, it was staged after months na walang laro because of COVID-19. And then they decided after one game kasi, 'di ba, if you would recall, after one game during the season last March, nag-postpone na yung PBA after the pandemic, no? And then they staged the bubble last October in Clark, Pampanga, and of course, first time, no, they compressed the season na halos everyday yung games. And I don't recall anything that happened sa PBA na ganito, no. Maybe nagkaroon din ng time na siguro ilang buwan lang yung liga. Pero I think that's using a format na siguro hinati yung team sa dalawang groups, and then talagang unlike in this setup na despite na 2 months of play, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung action na everyday, single round eliminations, quarterfinals. So walang nagbago halos sa format. So parang unprecedented talaga yung bubble season na to, Karl, sa PBA.
Sir Gerry, kamusta dyan sa bubble?
Okay naman. We're seeing a lot of good basketball ng mga players. Of course, Wright, alam natin, is leading the statistical points standings among players. Roger Pogoy has been exceptional too. Ray Parks, Japet Aguilar is regaining yung place niya after a rather slow start. Of course, Aaron Black, ang ganda ng pinapakita sa rookie. May yung iba, mga na-eliminate na teams, exceptional din naman yung mga pinakita ng ibang players like Oli of Magnolia. Sa Rain or Shine, sila Rain ng Batak, I think Javi Mocon. For a while, may isang magandang laro si James Yap, no? For him to make it number 3 sa all-time 3-point shooter ng liga. And a lot more, no, a lot more na I think is deserving to be given an award, whatever form or kung ano man ang itawag ng liga dyan, no. It may be a short tournament, yung ibang mga teams na na-out, 11 games lang ang nilaro, but I think yung sacrifices ng mga players, all the things that they went through, I think deserving talaga na ma-honor or mabigyan kung ano man yung ginawa nila dito sa bubble. Hindi pa natin alam yung decision ng liga right now if they are going to award a best player of the conference or mismong MVP na. But ako on my part, I think whatever form na tawagin yan or whatever award ang ibibigay, I think dapat kailangan mag-award ang liga, magbigay ang liga.
Ikaw, Sir Dom, what do you think of why is the league hesitant to award an individual trophy?
I think it's understandable na medyo di sila makapag-decide pa at the moment because these are really very unusual circumstances for the league and for the country and the world for that matter, di ba? And tama rin yung pinoint out ni Ben na the NBA awarded the season MVP, but we have to understand na yung NBA had a months-long regular season, nag-stoppage lang sila, then they went to bubble playoffs, di ba? latter part of the elims of the season, regular season, and then the bubble playoffs, diba? The PBA is a little different dahil ano, one game pa lang, then months of lockdown, then diretso sila sa isang all-Filipino conference na close to 3 months, diba? So in that sense, if you judge it from that sense, hindi mo pwedeng i-justify na mag-award ng PBA ng season MVP, basically because sabi nga ni Je, parang isang conference lang to, so might as well award the best player of the conference. But I feel seeing the games and seeing how demanding and tough the conditions were inside the bubble, I think kung mag-award man sila ng MVP right now, I think he'll be very much deserving. That's my opinion. Kasi imagine playing 3-4 games a week na eliminations, di ba? And your body holding up, and each game very important when halos walang no bearing, di ba? And you have to do that for what? 2, 3, maximum 4 days a week, di ba? And then pagkatapos noon, nung nagka-delays na unplanned na delays, may araw-araw, di ba? May araw-araw na games, and for someone to for someone's body na for 7 months na halos inactive, for them to not just endure that, withstand those conditions, and then not only withstand but excel under those conditions, I think he's very much deserving of an MVP. That's my opinion. Ewan ko si Snow. Snow, what do you think?
Anyway, thank you so much, Boss Dodo. Well, ako siguro, ang unang-una kong sasabihin dito is PBA MVP bubble. No? Tayo ba dapat na nag-uusap dito o dapat yung PBA board? Ang naging pagkukulang po kasi dito ng PBA board, mga kaibigan, is that, ito nagbagong buhay na po ako, so don't take anything I will say against the PBA or against me, anything that I will say against the PBA against me, okay, hindi nyo na lang yan. No, ito talagang objective ang aking magiging pagpapaliwanag, ano? Ang unang-una kasi dito, Boss Dodo, is ba't tayo nag-uusap kung mag-a-award tayo ng PBA MVP? Unang-una, dapat bago nag-start ng recommendations, request yung PBA for them to do the bubble, no, sumulat po yan sa IATF, sumulat sila sa Joint Administrative sa JAW, dapat meron na rin silang kinraft na sub-bylaw nila, yung house rules nila for the bubble. So dapat ang board ang nag-decide kung dapat ba tayong magpangalan ng MVP at the end of this bubble tournament, no? So sila dapat ang nag-decide diyan. And with the looks of it, nag-start po ang PBA bubble nang hindi ho na-discuss ng PBA yan, ng PBA board. Apart from that, makikita nyo rin po dun sa mga turn of events, makikita ho ninyo na hindi ho gaanong nakagawa ng blueprint ito pong PBA as to how they are going to run the bubble. One, no, nagkaroon ho tayo ng cancellation of games. Bigla ho sila nataranta, hindi nila alam ang gagawin. Doon pa lang ho sila nag-craft ng bylaws, di ba? Doon pa lang ho sila nag-create ng kanila pong plano na sige, mag 4 games per day tayo, di ba? So doon yung ho nakita yung hindi nila pagka-prepare. It's because whether we like it or not, the PBA based yung bubble dun ho sa blueprint na meron po yung NBA. Na I'm sure hindi ho nila hawak yung kabuuan po niyan, ano? Kasi when you create a plan, dapat meron kang mga backup, meron kang mga tinatawag natin na contingency measure. So, yung PBA hindi natin nakita na meron ho silang contingency. Don't take this against me, I'm just being objective as a fan and as an observer. So, dapat bago sinimulan itong bubble, in-announce na ng PBA na, ganito ang plano namin, meron tayong MVP, meron tayong ganyan, pag may nag-champion, of course, pag may champion, pag mayroon kang conference, meron ka dapat MVP. That's why in the PBA, meron ho tayong tinatawag na conference MVP. Diyan ho tayo papasok ngayon sa isang problema at isang challenge for the PBA. Paano ninyo i-differentiate kayo ng MVP sa conference MVP? Kasi po ang PBA, when they name an MVP, nakabase po yan sa performance ng player sa first conference, second conference, at third conference, which is not the case in the NBA. Dahil sa NBA, isang season lang. Kung ano yung performance mo sa season, doon ho tayo magbabase. Kaso ang PBA po ngayon, isang conference lang. So dapat ho yan, kung hindi man sila nag-name ng MVP for the bubble, nag-create sila ng isang bagong award na pwede nilang ibigay at the end of the season. Like for example, Bubble Star, di ba? O kaya pwedeng Bubble MVP kung gusto nilang gamitin yung MVP, pero I doubt kung papayag po ang San Miguel sa Bubble MVP. Baka Bubble RSA, ganoon ang gusto nila. So yan yung isang yun yung isang bone of contention diyan. Iibahin ho ba ng PBA? And apart from that, ang PBA po siguro as an institution, as an organization, na dapat meron na ho silang inilabas muna na rules, meron ho silang ipinresent sa tao at publiko na ito ho yung susundin natin, hindi ho yung moro-moro na ito Sandri, kailangan pala natin ng MVP, mag-name tayo ng MVP. Hindi ho ganun ang sitwasyon dyan, hindi ho ganyan. Never. No, sa panonood ko ho ng PBA na naglalabas ho sila ng biglaan desisyon, no? At yan po ay nangyari dito lamang po sa bubble. So kung matatandaan ninyo ang PBA din, lagi ho ang isang kulang ho talaga sa PBA is yung kanila pong innovation no, kung matapansin niyo, dekahon na sila 2019 ganito yung natin liga, yan din yung ginawa natin sa 2018, yan din yung ginawa natin sa 2017. Kung inyong matandaan, nagpapalit lang ho ng commissioner, nagpapalit lang ho ng mga team names, no, etc. Pero nakakahon po sila. So yan yung kulang no dito po sa PBA, yung mga innovations nila, and at the same time, no, dapat they're thinking ahead, no? Dapat iniisip nila paano kung kasi yun ang kulang ho sa PBA, no, sa tagal kong nandiyan, pero hindi ho not to be biased, yan ho yung capability at lamang ng isang Chito Salud. Kasi nung time mo ni Chito Salud, bago umusbong ang problema, being a lawyer, alam na ho niya yung mga posibleng maging solusyon kung ano ho yung magiging problema. At yan ho yung nawala dito po sa bubble. Boss Dodo.
Ikaw, Karl, ano tingin mo, Karl?
Yeah, like you all mentioned, there should be an award. Yun nga, sabi ni Sir Gerry, it may not be the MVP or BPC, but there should be kahit anong form or any name for an award na kasi deserving, kahit hindi na lang sa isang taon, daming taong deserving na parang mawawala ka sa family mo for ilang months, tapos out of how many months of playoff, bigla ka maglalaro na, not just play, you hit the ground running, and for how long, diba? So not just one, but kahit siguro ang daming taong deserving to win bubble MVP or whatever award you want to call it. Ben, may gusto kang dagdag?
Karl, I may add, no? I think I agree with all of you na I believe na kailangang awardan natin yung kung sino man yung magaling na player dyan sa bubble, no? But I think it should not be called an MVP. Kasi parang ako maaawa ko dun sa player na mananalo ng MVP na yun dahil he will have an asterisk in his name kung sino man ang maging MVP dyan. So, I think mas maganda siguro kung, like sabi nga ni Snow, na ibang pangalan na lang ang itawag dun sa kung sino man yung MVP na yon, na like Bubble MVP or Bubble Star. Kasi it will be a stigma for that guy who will win the season MVP. So,
Tsaka Ben, dyan papasok na naman yung debate Di ba? Alam mo naman ng mga Pilipino, no? Although yun yung maganda sa ating mga Pinoy Lagi ho tayo merong diskusyon, meron tayong debate sa isang bagay. So, kasi pag pinangalanan nyo ang isang MVP, for example, Abueva, no? Pag pinangalanan nyo si Calvin as MVP, papasok dyan yung tanong, isang conference ka lang naman na nagpakita ng maganda. Kung matatandaan ninyo, every year na magpapangalan po ang PBA ng MVP, kino-question po yan. Di ba? Siguro nga, tama yung napag-usapan din natin na kung yung PBA wants to honor yung top player ng kanilang bubble, no, they should award one. No, they should award one, but not MVP. No, like for example, itong bubble na to, no, hindi yung champion yan, hindi rin nila pwede sabihin 2020 champion yan. No, kumbaga, may separate name din yan. Hindi rin nila pwedeng i-award yung Philippine Cup, yung Commissioner's Cup, o yung Governor's Cup. It should have a very distinct name that could somehow remind people 20 years from now na, during this time, no, 2020, hindi nagkaroon ng season, muntik na wala ng season dahil nga pumasok yung pandemic at yung lockdown. So pero ang akin po, ang pino-point out ko nga kanina dito, Ben, is that sana bago pa man nagsimula po yung conference, ito pong bubble, meron na pong clear-cut plan ito pong PBA board at yung PBA regarding yung mga award. Yan yung mga nitty-gritty kasi na minsan nakakalimutan natin mga Pilipino Di ba? Pag pupunta tayo ng Baguio, umaandar na tayo, nakalimutan pa na natin yung toothbrush. 'di ba? Yung mga maliit na bagay. Pero pagdating mo doon, 'di ba? O mag-honeymoon ka, wala kang toothbrush, 'di ba? Yung maliit na bagay na malaki, no, pagka ando doon ka na sa sitwasyon mo. Pero isang tanong ng Boss Gerry, meron bang inilabas na house rules yung PBA regarding the bubble? Apart from of course yung format, apart from of course yung paano nila tutugunan yung mga problema, meron ba silang inilabas na kumbaga guideline na ito yung, kasi alam mo yung mga teams ano yan lahat yan gusto manalo di ba? Every time may problema, every time may nakita kang foul, di ba? Babalik sa mga libro yan. Ito po dito sila magdidiskusyon, di ba? At isa pa nakita kong problema dito, Boss Dodo, is that sa sitwasyon ni Commissioner Willie Marcial, nakakaawa po siya kasi yung ini-implement niya, ministerial po siya ng board Kung ano yung pinag-usapan ng board, yan yung i-implement niyang rule, di ba? Ang problema po, wala yung board sa bubble, di ba? So, Gerry, meron bang diyan, Boss Gerry, may isa bang board of governor?
Ang ano lang si Dickie Bachman ng Alaska, but he's not part of the bubble
Nasa labas siya, di ba? Ang pagkakaalam ko, si Dickie, yung mga board, they can watch the games, but they are on a separate room, no, na isolated, no? Which is not the case. Kasi ang problema po, the PBA is working on the machinery that the board will craft for the league. So ang problema, wala sa bubble yung mga governors natin. Sino ang makakatuwang nito si Willie Marcial? Ang pangit naman kung puro Zoom meeting lang, di ba? So iba pa rin yung talagang personal na nag-uusap, personal kasi kung mapapansin ninyo kahit dito sa Zoom meeting, pag nagsasalita si Gerry, sumingit ako, mawawala siya, di ba? So yan yung ilan sa mga iba pa rin talaga yung may physical meeting congregation di ba? So yan yung isa, no? So yan yung ilan sa mga nakita kong siguro kakulangan, no, na sana wag naman masamain ng PBA because I am just trying to help them, no, make their league better. Hindi ko naman sinasabing eksperto ako, pero siguro kahit naman po paano may 2 cents worth will be worth it. 2 cents are still 2 cents. Boss Gerry?
From what I heard, si Chairman Ricky Vargas, I don't know, hindi naririnig ko lang 'yon. Baka this semi-finals ang naririnig ko baka manood or pumunta in the same way na ginagawa ni Sir Dickie Bachman before with Alaska. I don't know dun sa iba pang members ng board kung manonood din this semi-finals na, no. Yun lang naman.
Pero kung ako yung member ng board, I'd rather stay away from the games, no. Kasi alam mo yung mga tao ngayon po is matatalino na, meron na silang access to almost everything So kung makita na, hindi naman kayo kasali sa bubble, ba't kayo nandiyan, ba't kayo nanonood, di ba? And apart from that, alam niyo naman yung mga board, tumatanggap na rin sila ng katakot-takot na suntok mula sa mga fans. So siguro don't shoot themselves sa foot kasi ang nangyayari is parang hindi na papansin ng mga board na may mga ginagawa silang bagay na against din dun sa same laws na kanilang kinreate.
Tama. Oo nga. I agree na it's quite unusual na the PBA and its board, bago pa nag-umpisa yung bubble, dapat pala they already set kung may MVP or not or best player or ano. That's quite unusual, di ba? So
kasi ano boss
spared us of this dilemma kung if
Boss Dodo, remember, Boss Dodo, may I just butt in, remember, bago tayo nag-bubble, the PBA had 6 months of idleness. No, 6 months tayong walang ginagawa, no, from March 15 up to July, no, talagang lockdown po yan no. So siguro naman kahit papaano sana yung PBA sige, pag-aralan na natin just in case maglalaro tayo, parang ang dating nila ngayon MPBL doon no, kasi yung MPBL kung mapapansin niyo iwang-iwan na no, yung NBL na napakaliit na liga, nakapag-bubble na sila, yung 3x3 ng Chooks to Go, nakapag-bubble na sila, PBA patapos na po yung bubble, yung MPBL up to now wala pa rin plano. So yun yung nakakalungkot kasi the two biggest basketball leagues natin nagkaroon ng yung PBA of course nagkaroon ng problema no with how they were dealing with the bubble no. Pero nga yun yung yun yung isang kulang sa ating mga Pilipinos, yung hindi pahinga no. So hindi ko naman sinasabi hindi ko naman talaga ini-insist no na walang ginawa po yung PBA during the lockdown. Pero sana man lang po, meron doon sa 6 months na yon, kumbaga pag sinabi hindi kasi biglaan yung bubble, hindi niyo pwedeng sabihin yan kasi meron kayong March to July na nag-craft sana kayo ng measures. Kasi nga po, every day na pumapatak no, everyday na nawawalan po ang liga noon. And biglang nagka-bubble, di ba? So, di ba, caught pants down sila. Biglang ang center na lang nila is paano i-implement yung bubble. So, yun lang naman. Yun yung mga sinasabi ko nga from the start, na sana yung mga trivial things, yung mga maliliit na bagay, nabibigyan din po ng atensyon.
Carl, if I remember right, yung isang guesting ni Chairman Ricky Vargas sa PSA Forum, na may nag-raise ng question about kung magne-name ng ng MVP pag natuloy na yung PBA bubble. And ang sagot ni Chairman, kung siya ang tatanungin, sabi niya kasi idadaan pa sa board yun eh. Kung siya ang tatanungin, he is inclined to award an MVP. Because itong conference, although one conference lang, it's still considered a season.
May value
PBA
pa rin.
season.
May value pa rin.
Oo, so sabi niya, kung kung siya ang tatanungin sa part niya, is willing to award an MVP. But sabi niya nga, hindi lang siya ang magde-decide, kundi yung buong board. I don't know kung natakil na nga ba nila yon before mag-bubble, or are they talking about it right now, no? Wala pa akong idea kung
pero nasa semis na tayo, dapat napag-usapan na nila yan. Dapat nabanggit na nila sa media yan. Alam mo, sa magandang title dito, Bubble Hero eh, di ba? O kaya Bubble Frontliner. Pag frontliner kasi, gas-gas na, di ba? Yung mga ganyan, yung sariling pangalan lang ba? Para kahit papano, pag nagbalik na tayo, ano?
Best in the bubble or bubble space, mga ganun.
Bubble gum.
Bubble space.
O kaya most bubble player, di ba?
MVP.
Yung best guard sa mythical selection, Tiny Bubble na lang.
Tiny Bubble. Tapos yung Belga, pagka naisama, Big Bubble.
Giant Bubble.
Yeah, Carl.
Okay, so from the league deciding if they should award an MVP, let's go to who are the ones deserving to win the award, kung ano mang pangalan yun. So, Ben, you've been covering the game stories. Who do you think should be the candidates at least?
I think yung number 1 ko dyan siguro si Matthew Wright, no? Yung stats niya talaga, I think kahit naman mga previous seasons, he's been putting these kinds of numbers, pero not as much dahil parang dati nasa 18-17 point barrier lang si Matthew Wright, but now he's averaging 22, nasa ganun na eh. And one thing, yung nag-improve din kay Matthew Wright is yung assist totals niya, no? Talagang nasa 6, nasa 10, umabot na nga sa 10 yung assist total niya in one game, no? So Matthew Wright para sa akin, kung meron mang bubble MVP, siya na yun. Other candidates para sa akin, you can put Jason Perkins then in the conversation. He's been playing very well then, double-double. Kung nag-advance sana Magnolia sa semis, I would put Paul in that category, but unfortunately na-out yung Magnolia. Stanley Pringle, siguro yun ang ipapalit ko doon, because of his numbers then and his ability to take over the game. Many times na ang Ginebra only down by 3 or 4, mga ganun, or they are trailing. Ang ginagawa ni Coach Tim Cone, they go to their quote-unquote finisher. Sinabi nga ni Coach Tim yan na closer nila itong si Stanley Pringle, and in all of those times, he's been delivering for Ginebra in the clutch. So yun siguro aking top 3 doon sa bubble MVP.
Ikaw, Sir Jay, being in the bubble, sino nakikita mong mga remarkable performers?
Yes, agree ako kay Ben. I think Matthew Wright. As of now, hindi natin alam eh. As of now, he deserves to be the best player inside the bubble. I recall yung interview namin sa kanya after his first game here. He scored a career high, 36 points. And then sabi namin what motivated him to go for his career best. Sabi niya he was able to watch Roger Pogoy during the first game ng bubble, and Pogoy hit 45 points na career high niya rin. Sabi niya, gusto kong lagpasan yung ginawa ni ni Roger, ni RR Pogoy. Gusto niya ring actually gusto niyang higitan yung 45 points. Pero yun lang ang nagawa niya. Still, it was a career high for him, and sabi niya yun ang naging motivation niya. So, right from the get-go, alam mo na his focus, yung focus ni Matthew Wright nandun, not only for himself, but of course for his team. So, I think siyang deserving na manalo ng award, whatever form it is. Kung ngayon i-award, kung ngayon i-award. Hindi kasi natin malaman as the conference progresses. Like si Roger Pogoy, ang ganda ng start Tapos biglang biglang bumaba yung laro, no?
Na-check na-check.
Yes, si Stanley Pringle, tama si Reuben. For a while ang ganda ng laro Tapos if I may point out, nung laban against San Miguel, nag-start na rin ba yung game niya. Hindi ko alam kung was it on...
Bakit ba? Bakit? Hindi po. Hindi mo siya natanong?
Hindi kasi hindi ginamit ng matagal nung game against San Miguel no?
Ba't kaya?
So after nun, hindi pa uli na naibalik ni Pringle
Pero boss Gerry, nagko-coach ka no? Nagko-coach ka Gagamitin mo ba si Pringle dong game na yon? Ikaw, ibababad mo? Kung ikaw yung coach? Not to second guess team ko na. Not to second guess.
Gulo mo Snow
Balik ko lang. Anyway, ako naman, sigit lang ako Sigit lang ako. We're already talking about your MVP candidates. Ako, ang tanong ko muna dito is before we go too far, is ano yung magiging qualification, di ba? Ano yung magiging standard para mag-name tayo ng MVP? Is it the performance sa elimination o yung kabuuan, di ba? O yung kanyang value talaga? Kasi right now, no, tama kayo, Matthew Wright is playing the conference of his life. Kaso hindi mo rin siyempre po pwedeng alis diyan yung yung contribution yung Calvin Abueva gaya nga na sinabi ni Reuben kanina, di ba? So na si Calvin is able to make his teammates play better, no? Yan yung isa sa no. So kung MVP ang pag-uusapan at gaya po yan ng ginagawa sa NBA, kung NBA ang gagawin natin is yung performance talaga sa buong season, no, talagang ang diyan, ang akin diyan is ano yung naging value ng isang player doon sa team, paano niya na i-turn around yung performance ng kupunan niya compared to the previous conference or season. So diyan, that being said, no, Calvin Abueva talaga yung diyan, yung pinakamagandang kandidato, no? Yan nga yung isang natin na we're talking about the PBA awarding an MVP, pero hindi naman natin alam kung ano talaga yung plano nila, di ba? And also, ito ang isang magandang anggulo diyan. Ang Calvin Abueva po, never pa siya nananalo ng major individual award sa PBA. Not even an all-star MVP. So, kung wala
Rookie of the year.
Hindi, yung major na apart from the rookie of the year, di ba? So wala pa ho siya nung
best player na rin yata, best player.
Nakaisa siya.
Best player of the conference, pero yung major award na sinasabi natin for the season, di ba wala pa ho si Calvin yan di ba? Kasi yung all-star naman, all-star MVP, isa lang ho yan per season. No, yun yung sinasabi ko. Pero of course, rookie of the year is a different thing dahil yan yung para sa mga hindi ko minamaleta, no? Pero that's for the newcomers, di ba? Kasi ang Calvin Abueva, kung nagkaroon ho tayo ng season and he was able to play early, no, baka yung Calvin, baka yung Japet Aguilar, no, yan yung naglaban doon sa pwesto na naging bakante dahil nawala po yung Junmar Fajardo. Dahil tandaan ninyo, wide open race sana to and even for Terence Romeo, no, yung MVP. So mukhang talagang binabalot ng swerte yung Junmar Fajardo, mabait kasing bata, no? wala hindi naputol yung string of MVP collections niya. So anyway, so yun lang naman yung aking pino-point out. Boss Dodo.
Tama si Ben I think if this goes on, I think it will be a toss-up between Matthew Wright and Stanley Pringle. Kasi Matthew Wright is not only scoring points, pero napapanood ko is scoring when Phoenix needs it, di ba? May mga kamukha yung last game nila na dikdikan. When it matters, nandun si Matthew Wright, and I think he deserves that. Pero pagdating naman kay Stanley Pringle, baka hindi pa nga baka hindi pa nakatodo yan. I mean, we have yet to see the best of Stanley Pringle now. I believe, I think it was Norman Black who said it too, na I think he's the best player in the bubble right now. And I think if he proves that, I'll agree na he'll give Matthew Wright a run for the MVP award if ever the league ever.
Pero sabi nga ni Boss Gerry, malaking bagay yung bumaba yung laro ni Pringle doon sa isang laro. Joke lang, Gerry.
Ikaw, Karl, sino MVP mo?
Yung going back to sa criteria, di ba Sir Gerry, Ben, sa pag nagvo-voting tayo sa media votes, yung success ng team yung parang pinaka-foremost natin isa sa major factor. So kung doon ang basis ng qualifications ng best player ngayon, yung ang tinitingnan ko talaga kung sino yung pumasok sa series ng Magnolia and Phoenix. So doon lang sa dalawang yun Kung sa Phoenix, Matthew Wright for me, and sa Magnolia si Paulie. So kung sino yung pumasok sa series na yun ang tingin kong best player talaga sa conference. Na with regards parang with connection sa team success. Kasi pag umabot ka sa semis and you are excel individually, that's the perfect recipe for winning the award. So for me, since si Matthew Wright yung pumasok, Matthew Wright for me. So,
kasi si CJ Perez, ang ganda ng nilalaro sa bubble, but yung terra firma,
wala naman, no?
So, even Christian Stanhardinger may larong maganda si Christian sa bubble. Unfortunately, na-out din yung North Port.
Di ba papuntang San Miguel si CJ Perez, Snow Badua?
CJ daw papunta ng papunta na San Miguel. Pero ito lang ang for terra firma, mag-isip-isip po kayo pagka pinakawalan niyo pa si CJ, baka pangatawanan niyo na yung pangalan ninyo, tira-tira na lang ang pinapipirma, di ba? So, yan yung isa sa ninyo, kasi pag inasar kayo ng tao na tira-pirma, habang buhay niyo yung dadali niyan. Tsaka, di ba, kung ako naman sa tira-firma is palalakasin ko na yung team ko kung talagang ang purpose ko sa PBA para itaas yung kalidad ng aking produkto. Kasi kung ganyan ang nangyayari, baka akala ho ng mga tao yung produkto ninyo tira-tira na lang rin, di ba? So pero CJ po, I believe is going to San Miguel. Ang dami na ho nagsabi sa atin ng mga inside sources, no? And mukhang napag-usapan na yan, tumigil lang ho yan because nagkaroon tayo ng bubble. And of course, with the performance of San Miguel, napag-uusapan ho natin sa iba pa nating episode kung iimbitahin nyo pa ako. We will dig deeper into that. Yung Christian Stanhardinger, mukhang papunta naman din yan sa Barangay Ginebra, no? So, as well as Robert Bulik. So, yan po yung mga nadidinig-dinig po natin. So, ito naman po pwedeng mangyari yung trade, po pwedeng hindi, no? Yung amin naman, nakuha namin impormasyon, sineshare ho namin sa inyo, kaysa naman wala kayong impormasyon na nakukuha. Di ba, boss? No? Balita ko nga si Bulik tsaka si Stanhardinger, sila yung magiging next Pringle and Japet combination nitong Barangay Ginebra. So, yan yung mga dapat natin abangan. Actually, ito lang naibulong lang sa akin, dapat yung Stanhardinger papunta na talaga sa Ginebra until na bago, dahil nga si Mo Tautua supposedly going to Ginebra yan kasi yung style nito si Mo Tautua fit na fit do sa triangle nitong si Coach Tim Cone. No? Ang nangyari is inipit na nila sa San Miguel thinking na tatagal yung partnership ng Junmar Fajardo at saka ng Tautua. Ang ganda sana nung roster ng San Miguel, no? Meron silang legitimate big man, tapos meron silang big man na who can play outside and who can attract defense ng big man dun sa labas. Kaso nga napilay po itong si Junmar. Pag-usapan natin sa ibang episode dyan. Marami pa ho tayong nababanggitin dyan. Kung i-invite pa ako, ito po si Boss Dodo. Boss Dodo.
Kyle?
On that note, that ends our episode for today. Yung nga, Matthew Wright and Paulie and the rest of the performers in the PBA bubble have been outstanding, and sana mag-award ng PBA ng best player ng bubble na to. And on that note, my name is Karlo Sacamos.
Bago ka mag-end, Pasalitay mo muna si para hindi na may imbita si Snow. So very well speech naman puta para.
Farewell na. O, idol.
Iimbitahan pa sabi ni Ben. Iimbitahan pa sabi ni Ben.
Sige, sige.
Parting shot lang tayo. Siguro ako dito, non-bearing yung nag-uusap tayo ng Matthew Wright, di ba, Stanley Pringle, and Paul Lee, not unless yung PBA talaga is willing to award a valuable player for the bubble. So siguro the first thing that the PBA must address, since nakalatag naman na yung semifinals nila, is ano yung mga plano ninyo for the individual awards, because we need to reward these players na sa kanila naging sacrifices sa bubble. One, they left their families, di ba? Two, they played almost every day. And apart from that, in between, they also practice na hindi ho ginagawa ng mga players yan. Tandaan ho ninyo, hindi ho yan katulad natin sa kanto na laro tayo araw-araw po pwede. Yung mga PBA players po, may mga mileage po na tinatawag yan. Tuhod yan, yung mga injury ho nila na inaalagaan. So, that in itself, siguro karapat dapat yan, nabigyan din naman ng award ng PBA, not just the teams. Kasi when you talk about a team champion, parang ang pinalalabas ng PBA dito, sarili lang nila yung pinapaboran nila, yung mga teams lang nila. What about the players and the performances of their pawns? Diba? So yun lang naman po. So siguro the PBA must address this question. Are they going to award a bubble MVP or star player? No, yun yung kailangan nilang siguro sagutin in the coming days.
Kaya Sir Gerry, Ben, and Sir Do, do you have any parting shots?
Yeah, okay na ako doon. Gerry.
Yes, ako yun lang. Award the player who's deserving dito sa bubble. Yun lang. Whatever form, whatever title man yan, MVP or best player of the bubble, basta ibigay yan dun sa deserving na player.
Ben?
I think tama rin Sir Gerry. Award, magagawa naman ng paraan eh. Ang naalala ko nga noon, noong 1998, meron tayong Centennial Cup na nagkaroon ng parang special conference So why not consider a special award for the bubble MVP na siguro sana naman na never na mangyari sa history ng mundo, no. So yun lang, award best player, bubble MVP, kung ano man itawag nyo, basta kung sino man deserving mabigyan ng accomplishment or ng award for this bubble.
So apart from that, may just batin, apart from the 1998 season, kung matatandaan niyo yung MVP nitong si Willie Miller, di ba, no, nag-giveaway din yung national team natin. Bigla, if I'm not mistaken, bigla sila naging 2 conference doon was it 2007 o 2002 yung nag-MVP si Miller, di ba? Na dalawang conference lang tayo doon. Nagawa nila ng paraan, di ba? So paano pa ito, di ba?
On that note, that wraps up our episode for today, the Spin POV. My name is Karlo Sacamos, and on behalf of our production crew, we thank you for watching this episode and continue to read our stories on Spin.PH. Maraming salamat ulit.